Raja Raghuwanshi, 29, and his new bride Sonam, 25, had only been married for 10 days when they set off on what was supposed to be a romantic escape, a honeymoon in the lush green hills of Meghalaya. But only one of them would return, and the other would be found dead at the bottom of a remote waterfall. This is the chilling true story of a honeymoon that ended in betrayal and murder. Raja was a marketing executive from Indore. He was described by his friends and colleagues as kind, humble, and ambitious. Sonam, his bride, was from a modest background. Friends say she was shy, reserved, and not very familiar with Raja before the wedding. The two met through an arranged marriage setup and tied the knot on May 11, 2024, in a traditional ceremony in Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Their families rejoiced, the couple looked happy, and just days later, they booked a trip to Meghalaya, a honeymoon in one of India's most serene locations. On May 20, the couple arrived in Shillong, Meghalaya's capital. They checked into the Balaji guest house and seemed to be enjoying their trip. The next day, May 22, Raja rented a scooter. The two rode off together towards Sora, a small town surrounded by dense rainforest and waterfalls. That was the last time Raja was seen alive. When Sonam returned alone to the guest house on May 23, she appeared distressed, but not devastated. She told different people different things. At one point, she claimed Raja slipped while trekking. Then she said he went missing during the walk. But she never informed police. It was the guest house staff who raised the alarm after noticing Sonam's behavior and realizing Raja had not returned. Police were called. A search party was launched, and what started as a missing person case quickly turned into something much darker. For 10 days, the jungle was scoured on foot, with drones and rescue dogs. Finally, on June 2nd, Raja Raghuwanshi's decomposed body was discovered at the base of a gorge near Waisadong waterfall. He had been dead for days. His phone was missing. His wallet and gold ring were gone. There were signs of foul play, not a fall but murder. The most chilling detail that shook everybody was a blood-stained raincoat and a woman's shirt were found near the site, the same shirt Sonam had worn during their trek, as seen in a tourist video. With Raja's body recovered, the case shifted from a missing person search to a full-blown homicide investigation. Police first focused on Sonam. Her inconsistent statements, lack of panic, and refusal to cooperate raised major red flags. When asked about Raja's fall, she showed no clear emotion and failed to report the incident to any authorities for over 24 hours. Phone records revealed Sonam had made multiple calls immediately after the trek, but none to police or Raja's family. More troubling was a mysterious detail. During the hike, Sonam and Raja were seen with 3 unknown men, captured in a tourist video. Who were these men? Investigators began tracing mobile tower data. Raja's phone had gone off-grid around 2:30 p.m. on May 22nd, just before Sonam returned alone. Meanwhile, police retrieved CCTV footage from multiple locations, including the guest house, Sora Market, and roadside stops. One breakthrough came from a camera showing Sonam and Raja on the scooter, followed minutes later by 3 men riding separately. Authorities soon learned these men were not tourists. They were hired killers, brought in from Ghazipur and Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Back at the Balaji guest house, a shocking discovery awaited police. Hidden inside Sonam's luggage was Raja's wedding ring and his Mangal Sutra. Not stolen, not lost in the jungle, but kept by the woman who claimed he vanished during a trek. Further DNA analysis matched a blood stain found on a raincoat near the body to Raja. The evidence was now undeniable. Raja had been murdered, and Sonam wasn't just a grieving widow. She was the prime suspect. On June 5th, Meghalaya police, in coordination with UP authorities, arrested Sonam from Ghazipur, where she had returned quietly after the funeral. A few days later, all 4 contract killers were caught. Police had tracked their phones, calls, and cash movements. During interrogation, the story unfolded like a thriller, but with chilling precision. Sonam had been in a relationship with one of the accused, Raj Kushwaha, a known local criminal from UP. Together, they allegedly plotted Raja's murder weeks before the wedding, with one motive in mind: money. Sources close to the investigation claims Sonam was after Raja's life insurance and property, while Raj promised her freedom and a new life together. Even more disturbing, this was not their first attempt. Police revealed a shocking pattern. This was the fourth attempt on Raja's life. The first three had failed. One attempt was allegedly planned before the wedding. Another involved a staged accident in Indore. One plan to poison him was aborted last minute. Finally, the honeymoon, a remote waterfall trail, no witnesses, and a perfect fall story. Except this time, they succeeded, and left enough evidence behind to unravel the whole plot. Raja's family was devastated. His father told media, "My son trusted her. We treated her like our daughter. She killed him with help from criminals and betrayed our entire family." Sonam's own brother cut all ties with her, stating she had brought shame to their family and deserved the strictest punishment. Her father, however, denied involvement and claimed she was mentally unstable. But police had a different opinion. After a full psychiatric evaluation, Sonam was declared mentally sound. Public outrage erupted across social media and news channels, calling for a CBI probe and the death penalty for the accused. Police are currently building the case under multiple IPC sections, including murder, conspiracy, destruction of evidence, and criminal breach of trust. Sonam remains in judicial custody, along with the 4 hired killers. A crime scene reconstruction is underway, with drone footage and GPS tracking to verify timelines. Sources say more arrests could follow, possibly including the alleged lover, Raj Kushwaha, if sufficient proof is found. Meghalaya police have won praise for their swift action and cross-state coordination, but for Raj's family, closure is still far away. From trust to treachery, this wasn't just a love story gone wrong, it was a blueprint for betrayal. As of June 2025, Sonam and the 4 contract killers are in judicial custody. Prosecution is building a watertight case based on mobile tower records, WhatsApp chats, DNA evidence on clothing, witness testimonies from locals and guest house staff. A special public prosecutor may be appointed, and a fast-track court could take up the matter to avoid delays. If convicted, Sonam and her accomplices may face life imprisonment or even the death penalty. Yet despite all the evidence, several disturbing questions still haunt this case. Did Raja suspect anything was wrong before they left for Meghalaya? Why didn't Sonam simply divorce him? Why plan murder? Were any family members involved, or were they genuinely unaware? And what happened to Raj Kushwaha, the alleged lover? Police sources say Kushwaha is on the radar and could be named as the mastermind, but only if enough digital and financial proof connects him directly. There's also suspicion of money trails, whether funds were transferred to the killers from Sonam's side or via an unknown middleman. Investigators are still combing through bank records, e-wallet transactions, and telecom data. In crimes like these, every message counts. While justice plays out in court, one man's life was lost forever. Raja Raghuwanshi, just 29, was a son, a brother, a friend, described by colleagues as soft-spoken and hard-working. He believed in love and family, in building a life together. His death has not only shaken his loved ones, it's made young couples across India reflect on trust, safety, and betrayal. Online communities have begun fundraisers for his family. Mental health professionals are using the case to talk about early red flags in relationships. For Raj's parents, their only hope now is that justice is swift and complete. His mother said in a televised interview, "I sent my son off with blessings. She sent him to his death." The Meghalaya honeymoon murder is more than just a headline. It is a brutal reminder that evil can wear a calm face, and sometimes the person sleeping beside you could be the one holding the knife. But in a country with 1.4 billion people, where love, arranged marriages, and dreams of forever are still sacred, this case broke hearts and opened eyes. It took just 10 days to turn a wedding into a murder scene. One trek, one plan, one fatal push. As the trial continues, one question remains. Will truth prevail? And will Raja finally get justice? Because until then, the forests of Meghalaya will echo not with laughter, but with the memory of a honeymoon that turned into horror. If this story moved you, consider sharing Raj's story. Subscribe for more real crime documentaries.